Reed, Chancellor of the California State University. I'm here at the Carmelitas Housing Development today with our students from CSU Long Beach. As you can see, they're completing this mural, but these students do many projects here. One of the big ones is the after-school mentoring tutoring project, and many others. I'm really proud of the CSU. Every year, more than 200,000 of our students participate in giving back to their communities, over 30 million hours of service, which is more than $200 million if it's just the minimum wage. In 1999, we started this program, and we've had more than 1 million of our students participate. Those are amazing numbers, but what's really amazing are our students and faculty members for what they do for our communities in California. I hope that you will enjoy this tape that highlights 6 of our campuses and what our students and faculty do for California.
Humboldt State students and faculty actively participate in their surrounding communities. Engineering students utilize their skills to design interactive exhibits for children at the Eureka Discovery Museum.
You're making that sound. You're making that happen.
Students play a very integral part in what we do as a museum, and we wouldn't be able to do all the great things we do for kids without their help.
I think that's the best way to go, rather than being stuck in a classroom doing things that only benefit ourselves. That's why I became an engineer in the get-go, is to help the global community, and this is a great place to start with our local community.
The students that work closely with their clients, you can tell that in the final product. It's a partnership between both the students and the clients, and I love watching that process.
Little dinosaurs.
Humboldt State psychology students and faculty are involved in tutoring and mentoring programs for local school children, including many with special needs.
Humboldt State University used to be seen more as an ivory tower that was separated from the community, but the community partners now are feeling a lot more comfortable approaching Humboldt State University for services, for students to work at their organizations or their schools.
Ready? Mm-hmm. Number.
Nice. Going into this, I really expected to be able to forge a strong connection with a child, and I think I've been able to do that. I think Levi and I have been able to really get to know each other, have a lot of fun. It's been something that's added this new element to all of my classes, and I expect more from education as a whole after participating in service learning.
Whenever she comes here, we always do fun activities, and I think it's really good that we're friends.
Thanks to fashion design students, low-income citizens will be heading off to job interviews dressed for business.
Having participation from San Francisco State University students and that whole program so crucial to something like what our agency does at A Minor Miracle. We couldn't do what we do without them, and I hope that the students can get just as much out of it as we're able to get out of having that kind of participation from them.
Reflection is a very integral part of my teaching style. So the students at San Francisco State, reflecting on the experiences that they have in the community, almost have a greater advantage than the students that just study from a textbook.
You get to have a real hands-on experience, and I think it really benefits students at San Francisco State in the way that you can apply those skills that you learn in your career in the future.
A city surrounded by water, San Francisco has many bridges, but there's one bridge that we haven't built, and that's the bridge between San Francisco and our homeless.
3 San Francisco State marketing and broadcast communications student teams create public service announcements in collaboration with the mayor's office. The goal is to get more volunteers for the city's homeless initiative.
It was an amazing experience. It means to me working, through these projects at public service. They're a really big learning experience. They opened up my eyes to a lot of the difficulties that are in societies that, really there are no easy answers to.
I mean, they're not writing papers on their own. It's not that kind of a class. They're getting together, they're scheduling, they're videotaping, they're interviewing other people. They have to count on each other and rely on each other to do, different portions of the work.
All of a sudden we started to pick up this momentum, and when we were approached by the university, we realized, oh my God, we could tap into the energy of 30,000 students and kind of the idealistic kind of movement of the college atmosphere, and it just gave us a lot of hope that we'd be infusing kind of a new energy into the project, and hopefully it would be like a snowball running downhill.
CSU Chico students run CAVE, which means Community, Action, Volunteers, and Education. It is now in its 40th year, and the program offers hundreds of service activities that develop skills in teamwork, leadership, and communication. During weekends, CAVE and service learning students and faculty visit the state's largest veterans home in Yountville.
I think Chico State's involvement with the Yountville Veterans Home has been just a marvelous opportunity for our students to gain a better understanding of seniors. They are able to interact with them one-on-one, become a friend, and engage in activities throughout an entire weekend.
You had some paintings up there too that you did, right? Yeah, I saw those. That was really nice.
For the veterans here who, in any level of care, who just don't have a lot of family or friends or people that visit them, it's just irreplaceable to have young new faces coming in several weekends a semester to greet them and meet with them and chat with them, give them an opportunity to tell their stories and talk to young people and feel like they're having an influence. And they are having an influence in the lives of these young people, and showing them that, you know, getting old doesn't have to be scary.
A lot of stereotypes are associated with college students that, you know, we're just here to have fun and go to class, but we're not really involved in getting out and giving back to our community as well. But it's been such a great opportunity to get out there and do those types of things.
CSU San Marcos serves the local public schools and the Escondido Public Library. San Marcos students provide computer skills training and family literacy programs to school children and adults. Both children and adults need these skills to succeed educationally, obtain good jobs, and lead satisfying lives.
Good job.
With this particular class, I have students who has special interests. Most of them wanted to become teachers. So by providing this opportunity for them, they were able to learn how to teach using computer and how to teach computer skills. This provided an opportunity to learn about teaching and also to learn about the potential students or their families, because it's important for the teachers to understand family backgrounds too.
And what I'm getting out of all this is, like, first of all, to be so patient and learning from these people that they are willing to learn. They just need somebody to lead them to the right way.
I think that when you talk about education, if we can focus on the gifts that we bring and what we want to give to others, then we're moving forward and we are creating a new generation of leaders who do have that civic mindedness and that background in sharing and understanding and being understood.
CSU Monterey Bay requires community service learning courses for all students to graduate. One example is at Dorothy's Place, a resource center for homeless people in Salinas. Students provide hands-on work, conducted a survey, and produced a video documentary to help publicize the mission of the center. As a result, the campus received a $600,000 grant from the Department of Housing and Urban Development. Monterey Bay is engaged in a long-term effort to redevelop downtown Salinas that will meet the social service needs of the homeless and the affordable housing needs of area residents.
The university has provided the oomph, the spark to creating an atmosphere of dialogue, of envisioning, and I think it's one of the fundamental purposes of a university to engage communities towards their possibilities.
The survey process that we used at Dorothy's was the same kind of survey process that we use in these business classes. So that was really relevant. Some of the information that emerged from this, though, that really stood out to me was that most of the homeless are men my age. So it was a mirror experience for me that was kind of a shakeup.
A graduate needs to have developed a sense of social responsibility, an ethical compass to guide their decision making, an ability to interface with diverse members of a workforce, an office, and a community.
Today is your day.
Well, this service learning project at CSU Monterey Bay was life-altering in that
it gave me an opportunity that I wouldn't have had before to go and make a film about real people. I wouldn't have had the courage to do this on my own, and I think that giving this as a gift to them is definitely something that will help them, help their voice be heard.
CSU Northridge contributes to the San Fernando Valley community through the Mosaic program, which stands for Mentoring to Overcome Struggles and Inspire Courage. Northridge students work with community members and high school students to restore a mural defaced by taggers. These Northridge students serve as positive role models and mentors for at-risk adolescents and teenagers.
You know, we're dealing with a generation of young people who expect everything. And I'm old school. I had to work for mine. And that's basically what we're trying to teach the kids, is that they need to give in order to receive. And sometimes you need to give a lot.
So giving young people a chance to paint on the mural, it gives them the same kind of feeling that tagging might. You know, it gives them that fame, that pride to say, hey, I worked on this mural. Even if they just did one leaf, you know, every time they'll drive by, they'll say, that's my leaf, I did that. And it's a feeling of pride that lasts for a long time.
Our students are much more likely to leave the university and go back into the communities from which they come and give back in meaningful ways to those communities.
So whereas you have, you know, kids that are at risk for gangs, drugs, we try to shy them away from that as best as we can. We're not Superman, we're just people trying to do whatever we can to help.
It seems to me that this kind of learning connects the best of what public comprehensive universities are about. It takes not only the commitment to educate students, it takes the commitment to educate leaders, it takes the commitment to partner with the community that we serve and make it meaningful and tangible and visible.
Well, I think it's critical to what it means to be a good community. We owe something to our communities, and we owe something to the generations that follow us. And the extent to which we believe in something and we act on those beliefs gives credibility to the institution, and I think it gives real guidance to our students. They become better people, and as they leave us as alumni, we want to follow their achievements, and hopefully we want to follow their good example as well.
These examples illustrate only a small portion of the many CSU programs that serve the public good. Our projects stretch across all 23 campuses and all disciplines of study. The CSU will continue to work towards becoming the best community-engaged university system in the nation.
I think it was just reinforced strongly in this class that people have within them the ability, no matter who you are, where you come from, what your background is, to really connect with others in a powerful way.
We all know that theory only makes sense when it's applied, and theory only makes a difference when it's applied.
Through service learning, we can get them engaged in the community and in politics. We can get them engaged in other people's lives, and I think that in terms of our future, it's absolutely necessary.